Hello kids, how are you? I hope you all are doing well. So welcome to today's maths class, and today we'll do rational numbers. Introduction. As learned in class 7th, the sum, the difference and the product of two integers is an integer. What will we get if we divide an integer by another integer? Consider 4 divided by 9, that is equals to 4 upon 9, which is not an integer. 3 divided by minus 6, that is equals to 1 upon minus 2, which is also not an integer. Thus, we need to extend our number system to include such number. This new system of number is called the rational numbers. Next, rational numbers. A rational number is defined as the number that can be expressed in the form of p upon q, where p and q are integer and q that is not equals to 0. So, rational number are the number which we can represent in the form of p upon q, where both p and q are integer and q की value कभी भी 0 नहीं होगी. The set of rational number is denoted by q. Next, representation of rational number on number line. We have already learned how to represent numbers on the number line. Each and every rational number can be represented on some point on the number line. Positive rational numbers lie on the right of 0 and the negative rational number lie on the left to 0. Given below a number showing the integer between minus 5 and 5. So, this is the number line. Here it is 0. If we go right to the 0, all positive numbers. If we go left to the 0, all negative number. Like right में जाएंगे तो 0 के 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. If we move to the left, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5 like this. The distance between any two consecutive points is taken as 1 unit. Consecutive means जो लगातार आ रहे हैं. As shown in the number line shown above. Now let us divide each unit length into two equal parts. The midpoint so obtained will represent rational number as shown in the number line given below. Like here, it is 0. So, the part exactly between 0 and 1 will represent 1 by 2. 1 and 2, that is 3 by 2. 2 and 3, that is 5 by 2. If we move to the left, 0 and minus 1 के exactly middle में क्या हो जाएगा? minus 1 by 2. minus 1 and minus 2 के minus 3 by 2. minus 2 and minus 3 के minus 5 by 2. The midpoint of the segment OA represent the rational number 1 by 2. The midpoint of the segment AB represent the rational number 3 by 2. The midpoint of the segment BC represent the rational number 5 by 2. The midpoint of the segment OA dash represent the rational number minus 1 by 2. In the same way, we can further subdivide the segment representing two consecutive integers to represent other rational numbers. Next, equivalent rational numbers. If p upon q is a rational number and m is non-zero integer, then p upon q equals to p multiplied by m upon q multiplied by m. Here we have multiplied both numerator and denominator with the same non-zero integer. So, their value will remain unchanged. So, minus 5 upon 6. If we multiply both numerator and denominator with same non-zero integer, here we are multiplying with 2, we will get minus 10 upon 12, 3 से करेंगे, minus 15 upon 18, 4 से करेंगे, so minus 20 upon 24 and so on. So, all these are equivalent rational numbers. If p upon q is a rational number and m is a common divisor of a and b, then a upon b equals to a divided by m upon b divided by m. For example, 24 upon 60. दोनों को हमने same non-zero divider से divide किया है. So here 12 से डिवाइड किया है, so we'll get 2/5. So 24/60 and 2/5 both are equivalent rational numbers. Next, standard form of rational number. A rational number P upon Q is said to be standard form if Q is positive and P and Q have non-common divisor other than 1. Now we'll take an example, express each of the following number in standard form. So first number is 56 upon minus 77. So to change it into standard form, we have to change the denominator into a positive number. And there is no common number between 56 and 77 other than 1. 1 के अलावा कुछ भी common नहीं होना चाहिए. That means they should be in lowest form. So here we have divided both the number by -7. So अगर -7 से करेंगे तो ये positive हो जाएगा, प्लस से करेंगे तो ये नेगेटिव ही रहेगा. So here we have divided both numerator and denominator by -7. That is the HCF of 56 and 77 is 7. So here we have divided by -7. So -8 upon 11. That is the standard form. Next is order relation in rational number. If P upon Q and R upon S, P, Q, R and S being integer and Q and S that is not equals to 0 are two rational numbers, then one and only one of the following three possibility is true. P upon Q is greater than R upon S, or P upon Q that is equals to R upon S, or P upon Q is less than R upon S. So this is called the law of trichotomy. In order to determine which of three possibilities is true, for any two rational number, we may plot the number on the number line. So here it is 0, R upon S is in first condition. R upon S is to right to 0 and P upon Q is left to 0. That means P upon Q is less than negative में है. That means it is less than R upon S. Here both are at same point. So their value is equal. Here P upon Q is to right of R upon S. That means P upon Q is greater than R upon S. If both the numbers are plotted on the same number line, then the number lying on the right of the other will be greater. If the both numbers are represented by the same point on the number line, then we say the number are equal. Next, comparison of rational numbers. Let us discuss comparison of rational number without using number line. When one rational number is positive and other is negative, it is clear that every positive rational number is greater than 0. For example, 5/7 is greater than 0. Every negative rational number is less than 0. So here -8 upon 11 is less than 0. So general method of comparing two rational number. Step 1 हो जाएगा, rewrite all the given rational number with the positive denominator. Express the given rational number with the common denominator by taking LCM. Compare the numerators. The number having the greater numerator is greater. Next, absolute value of rational numbers. The absolute value of rational number is the numerical value of the rational number without giving a consideration to the sign obtained or ignoring the sign. Absolute value में हम क्या करते हैं, sign को ignore करते हैं. What is the numerical value of given number? That is its absolute value. In other words, the absolute value of the rational number P upon Q is absolute value को हम किस तरीके से लिखेंगे? Like here we are writing the absolute value of P upon Q, that is P upon Q. For example, absolute value of -17 upon 20 is 17 upon 20 is same as the numerical value, but we will not consider the sign. So absolute value हो जाएगी 17 upon 20. So from the above example, we can say that the absolute value of a rational number is never negative. It is either 0 or greater than 0. The absolute value of rational number is greater than or equal to the rational number itself. Here some more examples are given. Do practice them, so it will help you to understand the concept better. Some more examples are here, so you have to practice them all. Next, note to remember. The result 3 by 8 is greater than negative 7 upon 9 is even otherwise obvious since positive number is always greater than negative number. Positive number हमेशा negative number से बड़े होते हैं. Next is exercise 1.1. Find the absolute value of x plus y where x equals to minus 8 and y equals to 2. So absolute value minus 8 plus 2. Minus 6 and absolute value will be 6. Clear? So you have to practice all the questions of this exercise. We'll move to next topic. Next is addition of rational numbers. Case 1. When denominator are same. If p upon q and r upon q are two rational number, then p upon q plus r upon q, denominator same hai, so we'll add the numerator p plus r upon q and write the common denominator below. Case 2. When denominator are different, if p upon q and r upon s are two rational number, then p upon q plus r upon s, that is equals to p into s plus r upon q into s. Now I'll take an example. Add the following: 4 upon 7 plus minus 13 upon 7. So here denominator are same, so simply we add the numerator, that is 4 plus minus 13. प्लस माइनस क्या हो जाएगा? माइनस. सो यहाँ आ जाएगा 4 माइनस 13. नेगेटिव नंबर बड़ा है, सो आंसर नेगेटिव में होगा. और नीचे हम लिख देंगे कॉमन डिनोमिनेटर, दैट इज 7. सो 4 माइनस 13, दैट इज माइनस 9 अपॉन 7. दैट इज द आंसर. क्लियर? नेक्स्ट, प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ एडिशन ऑफ रैशनल नंबर्स. First property, that is closure property of addition. The sum of two rational numbers is always a rational number. Thus, if p upon q and r upon s are two rational numbers, then p upon q plus r upon s is also a rational number. In other words, rational numbers are closed under addition. For example, minus 2 upon 9 plus minus 3 upon 18, that is minus 7 upon 18. That is also a rational number. Next, property 2. Commutative property of addition. Two rational numbers can be added in any order. Thus, if p upon q and r upon s are two rational numbers, then p upon q plus r upon s equals to r upon s plus p upon q. रैशनल नंबर्स आर कम्यूटेटिव, मीन्स हम किसी भी ऑर्डर में उनको ऐड कर सकते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल 7 अपॉन 9 प्लस माइनस 5 अपॉन 6 इक्वल्स टू माइनस 1 अपॉन 18. और what we can do, minus 5 upon 6 plus 7 upon 9, again the result is same, that is minus 1 upon 18. Next is property 3, associative property of addition. While adding three rational numbers, they can be grouped in any order. Thus, p upon q, r upon s and t upon u are rational numbers. Then, p upon q plus r upon s plus t upon u equals to p upon q plus r upon s plus t upon u. In other words, associative property of addition hold in rational number. For example, 1 by 2 plus minus 4 upon 5 plus 2 upon 3. Here first we added these two rational number and in sum we added 1 by 2. So we'll get 11 upon 30. Here इन दोनों को ऐड करेंगे, डिनोमिनेटर डिफरेंट, विल टेक द एलसीएम दैट इज 15. सो ये हो जाएगा माइनस 12 प्लस 10 और प्लस 1 by 2 है. सो 1 by 2 प्लस माइनस 2 upon 15 अगेन विल टेक एलसीएम. आंसर आ जाएगा 11 upon 30. Now we have changed the grouping. First we added these two rational number and in sum we added 2 by 3. Again the answer is same, 11 upon 30. So हम कैसे भी grouping कर सकते हैं, the answer will remain same. Next is property 4, existence of property of addition. The sum of 0 and any rational number is the rational number itself. Thus, if P upon Q is a rational number, then there exists a rational number 0 such as P upon Q plus 0 equals to 0 plus P upon Q, that is P upon Q. This property is also referred to as the additive property of 0. Means if we add 0 to any rational number, we will get the same rational number. Is called the identity element of the addition of additive identity for the rational numbers. Next, for example, 4 upon 5 plus 0 gives you 4 upon 5. So, if you add 0 to any rational number, you will get sum as the same rational number. Next, property 5, existence of additive inverse. If P upon Q is any rational number, then there exists another rational number minus P upon Q such that P upon Q plus minus P upon Q equals to minus P upon Q plus P upon Q equals to 0. Means अगर rational number and we'll add additive inverse of it, we'll get 0 where P and Q are integer and Q is not equals to 0. P upon Q and minus P upon Q are called additive inverse, negative of each other. Thus, P upon Q plus minus P upon Q, that is equals to minus P upon Q plus P upon Q, that is equals to 0, which is known as the property of additive inverse over rational numbers. Clear? For example, the negative of 7 upon 13 means additive inverse of 7 upon 13 is negative 7 upon 13. The negative of minus 8 upon 11 is 8 upon 11. Sign change हो जाएगा. Clear? Next, subtraction of rational numbers. Subtraction is inverse of addition. So, to subtract a rational number, we add its additive inverse. Thus, the difference of two rational numbers P upon Q and R upon S is defined as P upon Q plus additive inverse of R upon S. So, additive inverse क्या हो जाएगा? Negative R upon S. So, equals to किसके हो जाएगा? P upon Q plus minus R upon S. That is equals to PS minus QR upon QS, where P, Q, R and S are integer. Q that is not equals to 0, S that is not equals to 0, and then QS is not equals to 0. For example, 4 upon 5 minus 6 upon 7 करना है. So 4 upon 5 plus दोनों numbers को add करना है minus 6 upon 7. So 7 और 5 है, LCM लेंगे 35, ये हो जाएगा 28 plus minus 30. Bracket will remove the bracket, plus minus क्या हो जाता है minus. So 28 minus 30, that is minus 2 upon 35. That is the answer. Next, properties of subtraction for rational numbers. First property, closure property of subtraction. The difference of two rational numbers is always a rational number. If P upon Q and R upon S are two rational numbers, then P upon Q minus R upon S is also a rational number. In other words, rational numbers are closed under subtraction. For example, minus 3 upon 10 minus 6 upon 7, that is equals to minus 81 upon 70, that is a rational number. Next, property 2. If P upon Q is a rational number, then P upon Q minus 0 equals to P upon Q. In other words, the subtraction of 0 from a rational numbers gave the rational number itself. Means if we subtract 0 from any rational number, we will get the same rational number as the result. For example, 2 upon 13 minus 0 equals to 2 minus 0 upon 13, that is 2 upon 13. Next, property 3. Thus, if P upon Q and R upon S are two rational numbers, then P upon Q minus R upon S, that is not equals to R upon S minus P upon Q. For example, let P upon Q equals to 5 by 7 and R upon S equals to 3 upon 7. Then P upon Q minus R upon S, that is 2 by 7. If we change the order, means R minus S minus P upon Q करेंगे, get, so answer आ जाएगा minus 2 upon 7. So subtraction is not commutative for rational numbers. So from equation 1 and 2, we'll get P upon Q minus R upon S, that is not equals to R upon S minus P upon Q. The students are advised to verify by taking particular example that other properties of rational number like associative property, identity property and inverse property do not hold good under subtraction. Now let us consider some example. Here we have to add 7 upon 10, 803 upon 100, 1, 457 upon 500 and minus 10, 9 by 20. So first we'll change this mixed fraction into improper. So first add these two numbers and then these two numbers. We have made the group of 2. So here the denominator 10 and 100, so we'll take the LCM as 100. So you check as 70 plus 803. Here denominator 520, so we'll take LCM as 500. So 957 into 1 plus minus 209 into 25. So ये हो जाएगा 873, दोनों को ऐड किया, upon 100 plus 957 minus 5225 upon 500. So 873 upon 100 plus minus 4268 upon 500. Solve करेंगे, we'll get 97 upon 500. Clear? Some more examples are given here. Do practice them. Next is note to remember. Commutative and associative property are not applicable on subtraction of rational number. Multiplicative inverse of 0 does not exist. Next is exercise 1.2. Add the following rational number. First is 4 by 5 and 13 by 5. So we have to add these two rational numbers. Here denominator are same. So we'll write the common denominator below and add the numerator. So that is 17 upon 5. It's an improper fraction, so we'll change into mixed fraction. That is the answer. Clear? So you have to practice all the questions of this exercise. Move to next topic. Next is multiplication of rational numbers. The product of two rational numbers is defined as P upon Q multiplied by R upon S, that is equals to P into R upon Q into S, where P, Q, R, S being integers. Q and S that is not equals to 0, then Q, S that is not equals to 0. Now we'll take an example. Find the product of minus 1, 1 by 2 into minus 3, 1 by 3. So these are mixed fraction, will change into improper. So जाएगा minus 3 upon 2 multiplied by minus 10 upon 3. So in multiplication we'll multiply numerator by numerator and denominator by denominator. So numerator हो जाएगा 30 and denominator is 6. So answer is 5. Next is property of multiplication of rational numbers. First property is closure property of multiplication. The product of two rational numbers is always a rational number. Thus, if P upon Q and R upon S are two rational numbers, then P upon Q into R upon S is also a rational number. In other words, rational numbers are closed under multiplication. For example, 2 by 5 into 3 upon 11, that is 6 upon 55, that is also a rational number. Next, property 2, commutative property of multiplication. Two rational numbers can be multiplied in any order. Thus, if P upon Q and R upon S are two rational numbers, then P upon Q into R upon S, that is equals to R upon S into P upon Q. Rational numbers are commutative under multiplication. For example, 3 upon 8 into 5 upon 7, that is 15 upon 56, is same as if we change the order, 5 into 7 multiply 3 upon 8, again the product is 15 upon 56. So, we can multiply two rational numbers in any order. Next, property 3, associative property of multiplication. While multiplying three or more rational numbers, they can be grouped in any order. Thus, if P upon Q, R upon S and T upon U are three rational numbers, then P upon Q into R upon S multiplied by T upon U, that is equals to P upon Q multiplied by R upon S into T upon U. The associative property of multiplication hold in rational number. For example, here we have to multiply three rational numbers, 5 upon 7 minus 3 upon 4 and 1 upon 2. So, first we have done the grouping like this, and the product of these two numbers multiply by 1 by 2 and we'll get minus 15 upon 56. Now, we have changed the grouping. First, we multiply these two numbers and the product is multiplied by 5 by 7. Again, we'll get the product as minus 15 upon 56. So, we can do the grouping in any order. Like कैसे भी grouping करेंगे, the product will remain same. Next, property 4, existence of multiplicative identity. If P upon Q is any rational number, then the existence of rational number 1 such as P upon Q into 1 equals to 1 into P upon Q, that is equals to P upon Q, where P and Q being integer and Q that is not equals to 0. Number 1 is called the multiplicative identity. Thus, P upon Q multiplied by 1 equals to 1 into P upon Q, that is P upon Q. This property is also referred as multiplicative property of 1. 1 is called the identity element of multiplication. For example, 3 by 8 multiplied by 1 will give you 3 by 8. Next is property 5, existence of multiplicative inverse. If P upon Q is a rational number, then there exists a rational number Q upon P such that P upon Q into Q upon P, that is equals to Q upon P into P upon Q, that is equals to 1, where P and Q are integers and P, Q that is not equals to 0, then P upon Q and Q upon P are called the multiplicative inverse of each other. Thus, P upon Q into Q upon P equals to Q upon P into P upon Q equals to 0, which is known as the property of multiplicative inverse over rational numbers. P upon Q and Q upon P are called the multiplicative inverse or reciprocal of each other. P upon Q का multiplicative inverse क्या हो जाएगा? The denominator will become the numerator and numerator will become the denominator. That is the multiplicative inverse or inverse. For example, multiplicative inverse of 5 upon 7 is 7 upon 5. Next is note to remember. Reciprocal of 1 is 1. The reciprocal of minus 1 is minus 1. 0 has no reciprocal. Property 6. Multiplicative property of 0. We know that the product of the number and 0 is always 0. So, P upon Q into 0 equals to 0 into P upon Q, where P, Q are integers and q is not equals to 0. Thus, if p upon q is a rational number, then p upon q into 0 equals to 0 into p upon q, that is equals to 0. This property is known as multiplicative property of 0. So, for example, 8 upon 17 multiplied by 0 equals to क्या हो जाएगा 0 into 8 upon 17, that is equals to 0. Next, distributive property. Just as multiplication distributive over addition in natural numbers, whole numbers, integers and fractions, in the same way this property holds good for the rational number too. This property may be stated as algebraic form as p upon q multiplied by r upon s plus t upon u, that is equals to p upon q into r upon s plus p upon q into t upon u. Thus, in rational number, multiplicative distributes over addition. For example, here we have to do 4 by 5 multiplied by 2 by 3 plus 7 by 15. First, we will add these two rational numbers. So, that is equals to 17 upon 15. Then we multiply by 4 by 5 and we will get 68 upon 75. Now, we have used the property. So, what we have done? 4 by 5 into 2 by 3 plus 4 by 5 into 7 upon 15. Again, the result is same, 68 upon 75. So, 4 by 5 multiplied 2 by 3 plus 7 upon 15 can be also written as 4 by 5 into 2 by 3 plus 4 by 5 into 7 upon 15. This is the distributive property of addition over multiplication. So, this is known as distributive property of multiplication over addition. Next is note to remember. 0 has no reciprocal. The reciprocal of 1 is 1 and the reciprocal of minus 1 is minus 1. Thus, 1 and minus 1 are the only rational number which are their own reciprocal. The reciprocal of rational number is also called the multiplicative inverse. Next is exercise 1.3. Find the multiplicative inverse of the following. First is 11 upon 29. So, multiplicative inverse हो जाएगा 29 upon 11. Clear? So, you have to practice all the questions of this exercise. Next is division of rational numbers. Division of two rational number is defined as p upon q divided by r upon s equals to p upon q into multiplicative inverse of r upon s, that is equals to p upon q into s upon r equals to p into s upon q upon r. P, q, r, s being integer, p, q, r and s that is not equals to 0, then q into r that is not equals to 0. Hence, p upon q is called the dividend. R upon S is called the divisor and the result is called the quotient. For example, divide the following: minus 5 upon 8 by minus 85 upon 6. So, write like this: minus 5 upon 8 divided by minus 85 upon 6. So, write the multiplicative inverse of this rational number. So, जो भी मैथमेटिकल ऑपरेशन के बाद वाला है उसको हम इन्वर्स कर देंगे एंड जो डिवाइड का साइन है दे विल चेंज इनटू मल्टीप्लाई साइन. सो ये हो जाएगा माइनस 5 अपॉन 8 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 6 ऊपर आ जाएगा एंड माइनस 85 विल बिकम द डिनोमिनेटर. सो द आंसर इज 3 अपॉन 68. क्लियर? नेक्स्ट इज प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ डिवीजन ऑफ रैशनल नंबर्स. Property 1. Closure property of division. If p upon q and r upon s are two rational numbers, then p upon q divided by r upon s is also a rational number. In other words, rational numbers are closed under division. For example, 1 by 2 divided by minus 3 upon 4 gives you minus 2 upon 3. That is also a rational number. Next, property 2. If P upon Q is any rational number, then P upon Q divided by 1 gives you P upon Q. And P upon Q divided by minus 1 gives you minus P upon Q. For example, minus 4 upon 11 divided by 1 gives you minus 4 upon 11. Means if we divide any rational number by 1, you will get the same rational number as the result. Next, property 3. For any non-zero rational number P upon Q, क्या हो जाएगा? P upon Q divided by P upon Q means किसी rational number को same rational number से divide करेंगे, you will get 1 as a result. Next, property 4. If P upon Q equals to 2 by 3 and R upon S equals to 4 upon 3, so P by Q divided by R upon S, that is equals to हो जाएगा 2 by 3 divided by 4 by 3. So divide में है, so ये साइन चेंज हो जाएगा मल्टीप्लाई में और ये इन्वर्स हो जाएगा. So 2 by 3 multiply by 3 upon 4. Answer is 1 by 2. Hence, 2 upon 3 divided by 4 upon 3, that is not equals to 4 by 3 divided by 2 by 3. Thus, if P upon Q and R upon S are two rational numbers, then P upon Q divided by R upon S, that is not equals to R upon S divided by P upon Q. Rational numbers are not commutative under division. Next, exercise 1.4. Divide the following: minus 4 by minus 3 by 5. minus 4 को divide करना है minus 3 by 5. So हो जाएगा minus 4 multiply by 5 upon minus 3. minus 20 upon minus 3. So minus cancel हो जाएगा. Change improper है, will change into mixed fraction. This is the answer. So you have to practice all the questions of this exercise. Next is word problem on rational numbers. Solved example. The sum of two rational number is 5. If one of the rational number is minus 13 upon 6, find the other. So sum of the given number is minus 5. One of the number is minus 13 upon 6. So other number क्या हो जाएगा? सम में से हम जो गिवन नंबर है उसको सब्ट्रैक्ट करेंगे. minus 5 minus 13 upon 6. So minus minus क्या हो जाएगा? प्लस. So minus 5 upon 1 plus 13 upon 6. Take 6 as the LCM. Minus 13 plus 13, that is minus 17 upon 6. So the other number is minus 17 upon 6. Next is exercise 1.5. The sum of two rational number is minus 2. If one of the number is minus 12 upon 5, find the other number. So sum is minus 2. So we'll subtract the other number from the sum. Minus 12 upon 5. You can write it like this also. So minus 2 upon 1, minus minus plus 12 upon 5. Denominator are different. Take 5 as a LCM. So you get minus 10 plus 12. So that is 2 upon 5. That is the other number. Clear? So you have to practice all the questions of this exercise. Next is things to remember. Rational numbers are closed under addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Rational numbers are commutative under addition and multiplication. Rational numbers are associative under addition and multiplication. In rational number, there exists an identity element 0 under addition. In rational number, there exists an identity element 1 under multiplication. For the rational number a upon b, there exists an additive inverse, that is minus a upon b, such that a upon b plus minus a upon b, that is equals to 0. For rational number a upon b, there exists a multiplicative inverse. that is inverse of A upon B such that A upon B multiplied by B upon A equals to 1. Irrational number multiplication, distribute over addition and subtraction. Every rational number can be represented on the number line. Law of trichotomy holds good for the rational number. On the number line, a rational number on the right is always greater than the number on the left. The absolute value of a rational number is either 0 or greater than 0. The absolute value of a rational number is greater than or equal to the rational number itself. Between two rational numbers, there is an infinite number of rational numbers. Next is multiple choice questions. Take the correct option. The additive inverse of minus 4 upon 7 is 4 upon 7. So B is the correct option. So you have to practice all the questions of this chapter. Here we end the chapter. I hope you understand it well. Now you have to practice it.